Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 15 Week 10 Game Day here in the SFA, and we've got a massive one for you. We've got number 1 undefeated North Carolina and Coach Sirlaxis Brio taking on the defending national champions, the East Carolina Pirates. Number 19, they've already had a couple losses here. This is going to be a massive one. Let me know if you can hear me before we go ahead and get started. But as always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You do not need the game to join in, have some fun. It's a really fun time. You can coach, you can recruit, you can hire coordinators, you can set playbooks, you can participate in our server games like BearCave. We have a fully functional sportsbook and a stock market as well that follows along with all the teams. So check it out. Links are in any of our descriptions if you'd like to join and get a quick start on the rebuild before we head to the new game. And as always, we are affiliated, so if you are watching live along with us, welcome in. Feel free to type in the chat. I'll talk to you guys throughout the stream. Use that Twitch Prime so you don't miss out on any of the action. Any and all revenue made through this channel does go back to you guys in the form of a national championship trophy that we'll send to you at the end of the season. And as always, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. You can use code SFA for 15% off. They are definitely the best college apparel brand out there. Focus on vintage design, crazy mascots, and all that. So definitely check them out. 15% off, and you can also continue to use our link for additional discounts in the future. And they are dropping a Pepperdine collection tomorrow, which I'll post about in the Discord. But very cool. So check them out at code SFA. So all right, we got North Carolina. We've got East Carolina. Battle of the Carolinas back in Greenville. And as always, we check out the matchup history here in the SFA. This will be the 7th time in SFA history that they face, and East Carolina got the better of them last season. Not only did they beat them on the road 17-14 in the regular season, but at home in the opening round of the CFP, East Carolina dominated them. It shows a 6-point victory. That's because North Carolina scored in garbage time. So East Carolina definitely got past them. And as you guys all know, I am the former coach of the East Carolina Pirates. They were my team for ever since season 4 to season 14. So 11 years of awfulness, capped off by a beautiful national championship trophy. And to be honest with you, I always used North Carolina as my benchmark. As you can see in season 4, my first year, we got absolutely domed. We got domed 38-9. This is when I was in the AAC and I knew we had some work to do. And then season 7, I got beat handedly again. My ass got kicked 42-16. Season 8, though, that's when things started juicing up a little bit. 28-21, and then we went on a bit of a hiatus from playing them, played some other teams trying to get to the CFP, and then season 13, when I did move up to the ACC, we battled them again, lost to them, and then last year we beat them, and that's how it goes. So we'll see if East Carolina can knock off North Carolina again for their 3rd straight victory, but they're facing Sirlaxis Bro, and this team has gotten incredibly good over the years, primarily through the transfer portal. So Josh Garrett, this is his 2nd full year starting. He played a heavy backup role in his sophomore year. He's now the number 1 guy, and right now he's number 1 in the Heisman race. So we'll see him today. Hopefully he has a great game. At running back, they've got former Mississippi State transfer Brock Thunderbird. You're going to see me talking about transfers a lot here because this is how Sirlaxis Brio builds his teams. And we're going to see this year if he can finally get over that hump. He made the CFP last year, so we'll see what happens. But wide receivers, transfer from Florida. I just talking about it on the BearCave stream. J.R. Mullins, he is a beast. They've got Darren Ware, Ashley Burke, and Juan Cox here as well at tight ends. This is one of his only actual SFA players that he recruited. Jamison LaCosta, 93 overall. He has been a fantastic player for him. Hopefully he plays a factor today. On the line, this is what it looks like. Not very good on the left side, but in the middle they are a bit better. Randy White is good, and then Muffy Breastfeeder, the transfer from Illinois, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the greatest names in SFA history. We'll see how he locks down that right-hand side today. And on defense, you've got David Johnson on one side and Jake Ramsey, the transfer from Florida, in the other. We'll see if he plays. He's battling an injury. I'm pretty sure he is back. And at defensive tackle, the transfer from North Texas, Javon Ohio. See how he plays today. Will Manning as well. At linebacker, you got a transfer. Chris Broussard, I believe, is from Maryland. No, Georgia, somewhere he is at. No, it's Miami. He transferred from Miami. I knew it was an M team. 87 overall. Walter Leak in the middle. Right outside linebacker is Quentin Horton. At corner, you got Eric Freeman, Eric Vincent, and Chris Mitchell. Kevin Sellers. And at safety, you got 2 transfers. You could choose the transfer from NC State, SFA player, and then the last remaining player of the Legion of Dread, Sid Nash, the safety. See if he can have a big-time game. Number 3, you're going to see him all over the field. Sid Nash, can he defeat North Carolina? Unable to do it last year. Can he do it this year? Kicker is Greg Briggs, a sophomore. He's 8 for 14 on the year. Not too great. Big-time power, not that big of a leg. So we'll see what happens there. And remember, folks, number 1 North Carolina headed to Greenville to take on East Carolina, our defending national champions. And a little bit of a fun fact here for you. East Carolina is actually off to their worst start since Season 9. They are 5-2 right now. They've not started out like this. They started out 4-2 in Season 9. So we'll see what... and that was all the way back when they're in the AAC. All the way back before the Citrus Bowl against Coach Nick. All the way back before a bunch of their horrific losses. So it's been a long time since ECU has been this bad. It's a very young core. As you guys know, I completely sold out for a national championship last year. It's kind of like an all-in type of a scenario. Mike Jennings is the new quarterback here. He's one of those CPU-type athlete guys. Has some decent running ability. We'll see how he actually plays. At running back, it's going to be Tony Brooks. I guess he was injured last week when we saw the breakout for Antonio Jenkins on BearCave in that loss. But Tony Brooks is going to get the bulk of the carries. And then at wide receiver, you've got Cedric Knoll. Ryan DeBose, the SFA player, one of the only remaining guys left, and Kevin Moore are going to be your main targets. At tight end, Vladdy Daddy, Vlad Sexton. He had a fantastic breakout CFP. Cannot wait to see what he does tonight. He is definitely the X factor for this offense. If East Carolina wants to beat North Carolina, I think he's going to have a big night. And their offensive line is still pretty good. Logan Weddle is hurt, so it's Drew Lewis. They still have Daniel Brantley transfer. Gene Dallas, the SFA player in the middle. Don Gerber on the right side, SFA guy, and David McKinley. Still a very good offensive line. On defense, though, it definitely looks a little bit different. A lot less SFA players than usual. You got Ryan Lloyd here, though, still pretty good. Blake Womack is an SFA player, the Coloradan off the edge. And then in the middle, they still have Theodore Chond and Jared Johnson. At linebacker, you got Nick Adams. And unfortunately, A.J. Flanagan broke a vertebrae, out for the year. One of the instrumental parts of this championship-winning team gone. So they're going to have to step up. Probably going to be Terrence Rivero. So big hole in the middle here for East Carolina. And on the right side, you got Charles Spencer. They still have a lot of good players, but definitely a hole for A.J. Flanagan. And then at corner, you got Quindarius Durr, the transfer from Coastal Carolina. And then your former Buffalo, former cover athlete, Armani Campbell on the other side. So 2 of the best corners in the country still on this team. You got Bradley Edwards and Alan Waters. And then you still have Saeed Champagne, SFA player at safety. He clinched the clinched the semifinal against LSU with an interception on Grant Davis. And then on the other side, Quinn Travers. He had the breakup in the end zone to secure the national championship against Texas A&M as well. So big-time players in the secondary still for East Carolina. We'll see how it works out. But I'm going to put this back on the front because I don't know if we put it on 9 minutes. I believe I did. No, I did not. So, okay. Don't want to screw you guys up here. But yeah, Sid Nash is definitely the GOAT. So Sir Laxus Brio, if you want a jersey selection, let me know. But I'm very excited for this game because this is going to be the first ever game day of East Carolina where I can be 50-50. I don't have to just go massively in the ECU direction. Obviously, I'm probably going to skew a little bit that way just because, obviously, I won national championship and was their coach for 11 years. But let's get this let's get this Bobanos thing going. But I've been very good about being right down the middle for them all year long, I believe. So if you guys like the TC triggered calls, those will be coming back when the new game drops, when we do a bunch of head-to-head games. But get your Bobanos predictions in here as always. Let's see. Got to get my thumbnail as well. So we'll see where you guys are leaning. I think a lot of you guys, at least on the Instagram poll, were leaning towards North Carolina. Obviously, they're undefeated. East Carolina, not as good. They lost to Georgia, lost to Georgia Tech. But they just might have these guys' number. So, for East Carolina, though, we're not going to give them those horrific yellow pants. I'm going to give them yellow purples. So, North Carolina, I mean, can we give them the all whites, I guess? Do they have any fun helmets? I guess we'll give them the all white. Alright. So that's what we're going to rock here. And remember, guys, we do have things always on the line. So for this game, this over-under is 47.5. East Carolina is actually a 2.5-point favorite at home. They're very good in Greenville and obviously defending national champions. Despite the rankings, Vegas gives them the slight advantage. And remember, guys, you do have same-game parlays and always game day predictions. If you predicted a score, let me know what it is so we can track it along with you. And then also I want to remind you guys, first TD lines got a buff. I separated them from same-game parlay, so now you can bet them straight if you like, or you can tie them into the same-game parlay still. So you guys can start betting those, so we'll track that along with you. The odds-on favorite to get the first touchdown is Brock Thunderbird. He's had fantastic year getting to the end zone. And then for East Carolina, it's Cedric Noel, the wide receiver 1. He's also gotten to the end zone a lot. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're waiting for this for these channel points. Not a lot on the line tonight. So here we go, folks. Remember, there is no call-in heads or tails, but this is going to be a fun game day. You got North Carolina, East Carolina, rematch of the Season 14 CFP. This one also has a lot on the line in the division. You've got East Carolina definitely could steal the division like Georgia Tech stole from them last year. They were 11-1, got locked out. Despite having a natty, East Carolina still has never won the ACC. They made it to the ACC championship in season 13, lost in overtime to Clemson, and then we all know what happened next against Georgia Southern in the playoffs. So, back in Greenville, we've got beautiful blue skies here. No weather in the CFP. This was a rain game, so already better weather. We'll see how that impacts the game here. Dowdy Ficklin, post-TC era here for ECU. Let's see how it goes. Sid Nash there for North Carolina. I'd love to see Coach Alexis Brio prove everybody that the transfer portal is a legitimate strategy, but we'll see how it works. We'll see UNC with the ball first, as they only have one SFA player on this team that they've recruited, and that's tight end Jamison LaCosta. But you've got Josh Garrett. He was the backup for Harris, who always got injured in season 13. He's now started 2 years in a row. Number 1 in the Heisman race right now, and they come out empty. Remember, a very good East Carolina secondary, though, so that might be where this game is won and lost. So 1st and 10 here, handoff to the, I believe that's a receiver getting a carry. Yeah, Ashley Burke motioned to the backfield. So already going with some trickery here early on. Trying to get East Carolina out of position. Like those Florida Gators. Garrett now dumps this short, and that's going to be a 1st down. Ashley Burke again. Welcome in, Jay Jettas. We've now got the quick throw out wide, broken tackle, and J.R. Mullins gets 9. Nice start. Nice play there to the Florida transfer. He's going to be a big-time player today. Still no carries, though, for Brock Thunderbird, interestingly enough. Garrett now going to throw it again. Dumps this short. That's going to be Brock, his first touch of the day, and he gets 8. So nice start here for North Carolina. Already across the 50 now on this first drive. No third downs or anything to get us started. Nice little 3-for-3 start. East Carolina's defense, remember, not as good, battling some injuries. The defense that completely suffocated everybody in the CFP, but they're going deep, and it's an overthrow here to start the day for Garrett. So missed opportunity there, as now we're back under center, or in the pistol. Garrett takes off, he breaks a tackle and gets 1. They're going to call this a sack, though, for Spencer. Already has 4 tackles. Remember, Spencer filled in last season for Pope Castle when he had his injury. So now a third down here early on, and right when they cross the 50. Number 1 UNC, what can they do? Garrett drops back, 4-man rush. He has time. Is he going to get this out? He yams it deep. 1-on-1. Quinn Travers knocks it away. Quinn Travers himself, a little bit of a member of the Legion of Dread, you got to think. As we get a punt now here after a great start. We thought UNC might score here. But they're going to punt it away to East Carolina, trying to pin them deep. That goes into the end zone. So here comes the brand new look offense East Carolina has put together since TC's departure. Only Ryan DeBose, SFA player, and Vlad Sexton, number 1, are familiar faces. You got Jennings here. Hands it off to Tony Brooks in the backfield. He's going to break a tackle. No, they bring him down. Nice stop there. Saves a bunch of yardage. Walter Leak, the freshman linebacker. TC definitely sold out with the Tavarius Trace signing and among others, but 2nd and 10 now. Jennings looking to throw it, and he hits his man over the middle. Sid Nash on the tackle. That's Kevin Moore. Nice play there. North Carolina going to have to rely on these safeties, Sid Nash and Yukachu, along with their edge rushers. Hoping Javon Ohio there in the middle as well pushes through Gene Dallas, but that's going to be a tall task. One of the best centers in the country. Sexton in motion here early. He goes to the slot. Hands it off to Brooks. And they get him down after 4. So 2nd and 6 now. We're 3 minutes through the first quarter here in Greenville. Number 34 there, top of your screen, looks to be a wide receiver. Interesting number choice as he float that over the middle. That's going to be a first. That's Ryan DeBose, SFA player. So back-to-back big chunk plays here for Jennings. Wide open men over the middle. And for a young quarterback, if he's able to get in rhythm here early, it's going to be a tough day for UNC to throw him off stride. Cross the 50 now. Handoff here, and they're going to fall forward for 6. So despite a rocky start to the post-TC era, 5-2 is still pretty good, still ranked. A lot of playoff experience for this entire roster, despite being pretty young. So definitely the moment's not too big for them as they're pushing through now. Big chunk play for Tony Brooks. Very impressive start here for East Carolina. 3 big chunk plays already as they are marching right down the field. Cross the 25 now. They had a tough loss to Georgia Tech last week. They tried to make a comeback, almost did it. Lost by 7. Dump that to Vladdy Daddy, getting his first touch. Broken tackle. And he gets 9. Vlad Sexton, the monster, had a breakout 3-touchdown game against TCU in the playoff last year. Almost made it to the cover athlete. Now inside the 15 here for East Carolina. Vladdy Daddy in motion. Gonna hand off to Tony Brooks up the middle and breaks a tackle. Stiffies a man. Touchdown, East Carolina. Big boy run from Tony Brooks, learning from the great Vanilla Vic. They take a 7-0 lead. Looks like Vanilla Vic never left. 2 broken tackles, a stiff arm, and Javon Ohio on his back. What a start for East Carolina. That's how you respond to all the naysayers, folks. Holy smokes. They saw the Instagram poll and said, nah. So, #1 team on the ropes here early on. If you don't know, folks, the #1 team has kind of been tossed around this season. We had East Carolina lose immediately to Georgia, so they lost it in the preseason, and then it kind of bounced around. We settled then on Baylor. They lost to Missouri. Then the very next week, you had Oklahoma lose to Texas, and then North Carolina got it last week. They held on to it, but we'll see if they can hang on to it here. Looks like the only other 3 undefeated teams left in the country to this point is Buffalo, Iowa State, and Arkansas State. So, see what happens. But still a long ways to go. Garrett dumps that off, and a broken tackle for Thunderbird. They get 14. Monty Campbell with a missed tackle there. First and 10 now here for UNC. Garrett dumps this one off again to Thunderbird. Another broken tackle on the edge. These corners just having a terrible time trying to bring down Thunderbird. Thunderbird has is much similar to the Binks McBurn finger build. He originally at Mississippi State played both linebacker and running back, but he's now just running back here for North Carolina as he gets stuffed for 2. So 3rd and 4 now here for UNC. Split backs. Gonna just give this to Thunderbird and hope for the best, and he can't get it. Gonna have to do better than that against the defending national champions. As they're bringing back down the punt team. Oh boy. Punt now here towards the edge. East Carolina, and they botch it, but they're still gonna get the return. Dream Star here for the Pirates. Easton Kuntz, the SFA player, the freshman, on return duties. Remember, I've had no impact on this roster this year ever since I won the Natty and retired. Not touched a thing. Sid Nash here shading towards a blitz. He's going to cover, and the blitz gets home. Big time sack there for Chris Mitchell. Much needed play there for UNC. East Carolina just stormed right down the field. They desperately needed a big play here. Gained some of that momentum back, so it's 2nd and 19 now. Jennings in the pistol. Sexton in motion. He is the monster that can do no wrong. Delivers a strike there into triple coverage, and that's a drop. Or just, I guess you could say, broken up. You can't really label that one a drop. Now we're out empty. 5 receivers set. 3rd and 19. Does Jennings have some magic? He's going to throw this. It's an open man and a first down and more. Sid Nash tried to get there, but nobody covered Luke Garnett. What a mistake here for UNC. Just a disastrous coverage call on 3rd and 19. Oh my Lanta. Sirlaxis Brio in shambles right now as East Carolina's just going on his dome. Sexton again in motion. He's actually going to motion out a lot wide. They love to use him in all facets of the game. Receiver, tight end, even running back at some time. Tony Brooks still running hard, getting a hard-fought 4 yards, brought down by Nash. He's been very impressive so far. 2nd and 6. Jennings split backs. That puts a really good freshman on the field. Jennings can run himself a little bit. Not really known for it, but still capable. But Jenkins, the freshman backup running back, is explosive as well. You saw a 30-plus yard touchdown from him last week. So 3rd and 1 here for East Carolina. Motion for Vlad Sexton. He gets the jet sweep and he gets to the edge. And Sexton is brought down by Sid Nash. What a play call. Vlad Sexton, man, is one of the elite playmakers in the country. Handoff now, Tony Brooks stiffies Nash. But as we're calling his name virtually every play, Sid Nash, man, he's in every single tackle pretty much. The Legion of Dread, arguably the most well-known defensive group in the SFA history. 2nd and 11 now. You always got to know where Vlad Sexton is on the field as they just hand this one off. Nice stop there. So now another chance here for UNC to get off the field. As this first quarter is about to come to the end, we'll see if they decide to snap it. 3rd and 11 here for the Pirates. Will they snap this? Yes, they will. Plenty of time. Throws it to the boundary, and that's a catch. Ryan DeBose. Another 3rd and long conversion, and it's just been a disastrous quarter here for UNC. Well, Dogwire, I mean, they're definitely doing the Legion of Dread special, not stopping anything on 3rd down. As we're running it again to Brooks, trying to get to the outside. Nash brings him down for 6. And it's the age-old saying, if your safeties are making all the tackles, you're going to have a bad time. Front 7 not getting any push. You got to look at Ramsey, Javon Ohio here. Broussard not making plays as Jennings drops back here, floats it to the corner, and another catch for DeBose. So 1st and goal now here for East Carolina, trying to go up 2 scores here at home. 1st and goal, it's Jennings dropping back over the middle, open man, touchdown East Carolina. The SFA player, Ryan DeBose. Just a flat-footed start here for the Tar Heels. Looks like they actually have Tar on their heels tonight. Slow, undisciplined, giving up 3rd and longs. Horrific start so far. But as we all know in the SFA, no lead is safe. 14-0 early on, it means nothing. But we are in Greenville with the national champions. You can't help but think North Carolina has to get something going. What a return! Past the 30. Trent Mason was bobbing and weaving. I thought he was gone for a second. He had eyes for the end zone there. Don't often see return men do that. So 1st and 10 here for North Carolina. Desperate for some action. Gonna get 2 yards on the designed run. Despite injuries, despite all that, East Carolina still has some very impactful players across the defense. Got to see if J.R. Mullins, Jamison LaCosta maybe, Brock Thunderbird hopefully making a play. That first touchdown did go to Tony Brooks, so if you bet on the first touchdown line, that is going to be plus 500 for Tony Brooks, so that's a nice little payout. But 3rd and 6 here for UNC. Only a 3-man rush, and they hit home. It's Theodore Chond, the veteran. Just way too long. Garrett's hanging on to the rock. And a sack for ECU. Just showing the experience here from the East Carolina players. As the punt unit has to come back on for the 3rd straight drive for UNC. East Carolina on the return. Easton Kuntz breaks a tackle, finds the edge, gets to the 50. So can UNC find a stop here on defense? They're desperate for one. They keep getting them to 3rd down. And watch that matchup in the slot. Sid Nash on Vlad Sexton. Oh, and a sack! Immediate pressure. That's exactly what they needed. Quentin Horton. Very similar start to the last drive, though, where they got an early sack. We'll see if they can convert. Got to be able to get a stop here. Got to play for 3 straight downs. Now we've got some Wildcat here on 2nd and 18. Tony Brooks going to keep it, and he gets speared by Sid Nash. What a hit. 3rd and 21, and Sid Nash talks shit. The former Arizona great. A massive hit there, delivering CTE right to the face. It's 3rd and 21 now. Jennings back at quarterback. We'll see if UNC can finally get a stop. Jenkins floating that to the edge. It's caught, but well short. Ryan DeBose continuing to dominate. And the punt unit comes on out. So very good showing for the SFA players so far. Ryan DeBose, Vlad Sexton. We are going to get a return here. Nice blocking. Mason gets 12. Man, Mason looks great in the return game. He might break one today. All right, can UNC, their defense finally gets a stop. Plenty of time for them. Garrett in the option. He floats that out to the fullback here. Nice gain for Jared Holland. Love when the game gives the fullbacks those raised pads, the neck roll. 2nd and 1. A little over 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Plenty of time for North Carolina. Number 1. Garrett, max protect. He's going to get sacked. The chop block didn't work. Blake Womack gets home. A little nice little like neck breaker there from the flippin' Lloyd. That was a very funny sack there. So 3rd and 8 now. Garrett dumps it short, and Jamison LaCosta gets the first, the SFA player. Like I said, one of the, I believe he is the only, recruited SFA player on this team, not through the transfer portal, as he's going to get the carry now here, and they can't get him. Blake Womack makes the play off the edge, the Coloradan. One of the most feared defensive pairings last season was Womack and Josiah Byrd. He moved to Texas State, but he's still here chucking away. 2nd and 12 now as we're at the halfway point of the second quarter. Garrett throws that short. That goes to JR for 3. So 3rd down now for UNC, trying to keep the drive alive at their own 35. Shotgun here for Garrett. Can they keep the drive going? 3-man rush, plenty of time. He yams it deep. Open man! J.R. Mullins breaks away, but they're going to catch him. Down at the 5, 59 yards, exactly what UNC needed. The transfer from Florida gets away, gets past the defense. UNC's in business. The yam worked. So 1st and goal now here for North Carolina. Flipping the play now. Thunderbird on the left side. To the end zone, no one's there. Touchdown Mullins. Beautiful throw from Josh Garrett, and UNC back within a score. What a throw right over the dome. The corner can't believe it. And that's record setting for UNC. Oh, we're going to get a review. Was this in from Mullins? Which foot hits first? Oh no! Will this be brought back?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It stands! It's a touchdown! The back foot dropped first. UNC gets the drive they needed, all on the back of the transfer wide receiver. Bang! What a play from the transfer, making his name known on that drive. 3 catches, a touchdown, and the 59-yarder. So East Carolina now, how will they respond to their first adversity of the game? Remember, very young core, not the same type of offense East Carolina's had the last couple years. No more Vanilla Vic, no more Tavarius Trace. So we'll see how they respond. Jennings, a lot of first-year starters. Blitzed, rolls right, cross body, it's caught, but 0 yardage for Corey Hart. That is risky, can't be doing that. Don't have guys like Mario Thurman anymore at receiver that you can trust on balls like that, so bit risky. Oh no, Dogwater's called out a titty twist, it's over. But watch out, Vlad Sexton up top, one-on-one with a corner. This could get dirty. Jennings floats it, and it's to nobody! Oh, and they drop the pick. What are you doing, Jennings? That was to nobody. Missed opportunity for UNC. Is Jennings now, 3rd down. Dumps that short, out of bounds. No chance, 3 and out. So UNC is going to get their chance here. East Carolina unable to keep momentum going. They punt it away. And nice tackle there. So Garrett had a fantastic drive there, but we haven't seen much of Thunderbird. Thought Thunderbird would be heavily featured today, but it's really been mostly Garrett, the Heisman favorite right now, coming into the week. So 1st and 10 here. Pistol, they're going to motion into split backs. Garrett once again having to do max protect, and it's almost picked. Armani Campbell! Oh, the SFA veteran drops it. We're not in the CFP, so he's not making plays, I guess. Perfect positioning for the former cover athlete. Unable to make the play. Now Brock Thunderbird is attempting to throw it, and he goes down backwards. Probably for the best. Ryan Lloyd brings him down. They try to get trickery here. He was going to throw that, but brought down. So 3rd and 12 now. Shotgun for Garrett. It's going to be a mid-screen. Garrett doesn't get it off. Incomplete. So defenses are starting to show up now. Yeah, Dogwater, when I made that, it was definitely an attempt to have like another Binks McBurnfinger lightning in a bottle athlete type guy. And then he committed to Mississippi State, and it just completely trashed him. So I am glad he transferred at least. So we got Easton Kuntz with the return. But yeah, sometimes just the way a player enters the SFA ruins my plans for him. Honestly, I have plans for all sorts of SFA players and hope they pan out, and it's always the ones I never think about that break away. Welcome in, Hog Hogan. Tony Brooks here gets 6. Definitely, we have an upset alert on our hands. Now, if you aren't familiar with the SFA, though, East Carolina did win the Season 14 National Championship. It's why our cover and why our logo is purple and gold. So, they are good. As we got some Wildcat going. Brooks keeps it. He's going to stay up. Oh, Tony Brooks. He finds the corner. He breaks away. Tony Brooks still going. What a run. You can definitely tell that Tony Brooks learned under SFA Hall of Famer Vanilla Vic. He is running with his head cut off, breaking tackles, finding holes. Beautiful run. And they're back in business. 1st and 10 now, handoff back to Brooks, and he goes down in the backfield. Leak breaks through again. I don't know why Sir Alexis Brayo's talking to the kicker, but 2nd and 14. Another handoff. Wait, it's a fake. Jennings to the end zone, and nobody's there. Just a throwaway. Be a big win here if UNC can hold them to a field goal. Vlad Sexton, though, lining up a tight end, hand on the ground. Give to Tony Brooks. He has some room. And they stop him just short. So they do bring out the field goal unit here to try and make it a 10-point game. The kick, it's up, and it's good for East Carolina. So a 10-point lead here at home at Greenville for the Pirates. See if North Carolina can add some points, though, before half. Remember, though, Vlad Sexton makes a tackle on special teams. Remember, though, East Carolina does get the ball after halftime, as North Carolina did start with it. So down 10, you have one timeout left, minute and 11 seconds. No excuses not to get into field goal range. They have a big power kicker. Corner blitz comes. What a move from Garrett, but Quinn Travers knocks him down. There's the sack for the SFA player. An absolute spear. Channeling his inner Legion of Dread. He's a bit of a wannabe, but when you make the game-winning play for the national championship, you deserve to flaunt your stuff with your dreads. So 2nd and 11 now, 50 seconds left. UNC not really saving too much clock here as Garrett's going to take off again. He cuts up field. Gets 7. So 41 seconds left here. They are going to hurry it up. 3rd and 5. And that's going to actually be short, so ECU calls a timeout. Josh Garrett took the best of the Gamaras and none of the bad. Yeah, just eliminating the Gamara name. That's hilarious. But 32 seconds left. Greenville is hyped. So they're going to angle this to the sideline. Easton Kuntz on the return. Trying to get him in yam range. He does. So 24 seconds left. 2 timeouts. Plenty of time. They do have a great field goal kicker. As you can see up there, you've got Heimlich Heisenberg's number retired along with Vanilla Vic's. 1st and 10 here. Vlad Sexton out wide. Comes in the block. They are yamming that one. He hits him, but no, now you call illegal touching? Fuck you, refs. Boo! No way. If you saw BearCave, we saw a missed illegal touching call. And now they hit him here. Arkansas State got the look of the draw, but ECU doesn't. So backing it up now out of yam range here for Jenkins, and he has to throw this one away. So this drive quickly going backwards. That should have been a touchdown, dog. It was illegal touching. I'm just salty on the last one. All right, Jennings over the middle, and that's a nice throw. Gets them to 4th down. See if they go for this. There, yeah, they are going to hurry it up. 6 seconds left. Last play of the half. They get it off. Jennings going to throw this as far as he can. Oh, no, he just dumps that short. So we hit halftime, folks. It's a 10-point lead here for East Carolina. So obviously, guys, as always, we hit halftime. We run on a 5-day schedule. If you ever want more content throughout the week, you can check us out on Instagram at Simulated Football Association. Get daily media stories over there. We also have Patreon. If you want to support us there, you get access to additional game day every single week, the Playoff Push podcast, and a lot more bonus content. This week's game came down to the last play. The game's already posted on our YouTube channel, so you can check it out. It's Miami and San Diego State. And, yeah, we're looking for a great game here at the end. And as always, reminder, we are moving to the new game. Lots of crazy stuff planned, so stick around here as we are officially a month and 3 days away from the new game. But as we look here, the eye-popping stat I'm seeing is North Carolina unable to get anything going on the ground. Brock Thunderbird has been completely neutralized by this front 7. So we're going to have to see if North Carolina can figure out a way to fix that. Only down 10, though. Plenty of time. As you know, in the SFA, comebacks are very common. So here we go, folks. ECU will get the ball first. They kick that out of the back of the end zone here in the Boneyard. 17-7. See what ECU can do here. They're going to flip the play. Sexton out all the way wide. Love when they do this. Get creative with the big man. It looks like they're going to throw it short. Working on Sid Nash. Kevin Moore gets 5. You can definitely see Mike Jennings, not the most accurate passer. Definitely has put the ball in some bad leverage spots. He's having a great day anyways. Fits that one in there nicely. First down. Ryan DeBose again. So hurrying up now. Only 4 incompletions on the day for Jennings as they approach the 50. Plenty of time here. Floats it again and finds his man, Ryan DeBose. DeBose is just living in the middle of the field here. If you're not going to cover him, they'll keep throwing it to him. 1st and 10. Across the 50. All-out blitz. It's picked up. Finds his man over the middle. Another catch for East Carolina. Very similar to their opening drive of the first half, where they marched down the field, scored a touchdown. East Carolina been in control all day long. They're going to throw this one. That was risky, but DeBose hangs on. Big breakout game for him. He's become, I guess, the go-to target. He's always a depth receiver. Funny enough, his recruitment got Coach TC a recruiting fine. So 2nd and 7 here. We got Wildcat. It's going to go Jenkins. No, Brooks keeps it. Brought down by Javon Ohio. We haven't called his name too much today. Or no, that's David Johnson. Javon Ohio is still not in. So Javon Ohio, the defensive tackle, the transfer from North Texas, not really doing too much there in the middle. But 3rd and 10 here for East Carolina. Can they convert? Keep the drive going. Dumps that short. Brought down. Nice stop here for North Carolina. They're going to bring out the field goal unit. It's going to be a 44-yarder. Slight shading it to the left a bit. See if they can put some points on the board. And it's good. So it's still a 2-score game here for ECU. But eliminates that field goal opportunity. So North Carolina now back at it. Down 13. Plenty of time left, but you got to think they've got to start playing well. They had one great drive with J.R. Mullins. See if they can replicate it. This is kind of coming down a lot like the playoff game, where East Carolina kind of controlled the game for the vast majority of time, and then North Carolina made it close at the end. We're going to throw this deep to start. It's picked off! What an interception there! Quindarius Durr, the Coastal Carolina transfer, jumped the route. Our first turnover of the day. And here comes ECU right back onto the field, trying to make this 3-possession game. We get some quick option. Not looking good for the #1 team in the nation. We already lost Ohio Mania this week. Will we lose Syrlaxis Brio? Jennings over the middle, hits his man. That's going to be short. Cedric Noel. Third and 1, though. Massive chance here for UNC if they can get a stop. Gonna throw it. Jennings dumps that short to Vladdy Daddy, and he pushes forward. First down. Impossible to tackle that man. First and 10 here for the Pirates, as they are now inside the 30, threatening to make this lead more. Vladdy Daddy once again catches it. They have to jump on his back. Gets 4 out of it. 6'11" athletic freak. Cannot wait to see Vlad Sexton in the new game. I hope he's good. 2nd and 6 now. Vlad Sexton in motion. Hand it off. Yes! To the edge! And he can't break the tackle, but you love the idea. Getting Vladdy Daddy 2 carries here. Currently my favorite player in the SFA. 3rd and 6 now here. Inside the 25. Chance for UNC. Floats that one, and it's incomplete. Nice pass breakup. So, field goal unit coming back onto the field. It's a 40-yarder from left hash. The kick is up, and it's no good! Wide right, keeping this a 2-score game. Exactly what UNC needed. Oh, just missed that. I'd be furious if I was still the coach. Thank God I'm not coaching ECU football anymore. Loving retirement here as they hit this one across the middle to Ashley Burke. So this is where UNC has to capitalize. They could easily be down 16. Second and 2. Handoff here, Brock Thunderbird. See if they can get him going. He can't get the first down there. Dogwater, no, 100% Vlad Sexton is my man. With Vanilla Vic and Heimlich Heisenberg gone, Vlad Sexton for sure. 3rd inches now. See if they can keep the drive going. UNC throws that short. Can he stay in? Yes, he does. Making it risky business here. Works out. So they keep the drive going. About 13 minutes left here in game day. See if number 1 has something in him. Thunderbird gets a carry. Hit hard by Saeed Champagne. We haven't called his name too much today. The free safety. Famously intercepted Grant Davis to end the historic playoff run from LSU. Screw your video evidence, buddy. We've got pistol formation now. Garrett keeps it this time, gets a nice block. Oh, what a cut from Josh Garrett. Completely jukes Quinn Travers out of his shoes. UNC's not done, folks. They're going to hurry it up. They like what they see. Josh Garrett now takes off again. Right up the gut. Oh, and a big hard hit, but that's a first. Josh Garrett starting to feel it. I don't think he saw Charles Spencer. He definitely felt that hit, but 1st and 10 now here for the Tar Heels. Hand off to Brock Thunderbird. He gets a nice hole, and Thunderbird gets 9. Thunderbird only 8 touches, 24 yards. Definitely not his best day. Kind of disappearing today on game day. 2nd and 1, though. Inside the 25. Garrett takes off again. He finds room. He breaks through, gets 8. Brought down by Armani Campbell and company. So inside the red zone here at the 16. Desperate for a touchdown here. This could be a 10-point swing after the missed field goal. They're going to audible here into the shotgun. No deep safeties. Delayed give to Thunderbird. Finds a carry. Hits a man out wide. Gets 7. Big time hit. 2nd and 3 now. Inching closer to the end of the 3rd quarter. North Carolina desperate for a tutty. Hands it off to Thunderbird. Thunderbird attacks the hole. Gets the first. Thunderbird starting to cook. He's starting to feel it. They realize, oh yeah, we have one of the best running backs in the country. We should use him. 1st and goal here for UNC. Hand off to Thunderbird. Up the gut and touchdown UNC. He stretches forward and they're back within a score. Met by 3 defenders and it didn't matter a one bit. The extra point is up and it's good. Back to 6 points. So that missed field goal coming in very much into play in this game. Would have been 9 right now, or 8. Would have forced him to go for 2. Come on, Vlad, go back there, return it. So only a 6-point lead here for East Carolina, despite having a great start to this game. Minute 43 left in the third quarter. Hands this one off, and nice carry. Broken tackle. What a stretch there from Kevin Moore. Beautiful run from a wide receiver. You don't often see them fight for extra yardage. Back in the empty set here. Gonna audible Vlad Sexton to the backfield. First time we're seeing this today. They hand it off to Vladdy Daddy. And he only gets 2. He's only carried it 3 times, but those are the most electric runs we've seen all season. Anytime Vlad Sexton has the ball in his hand, man, you know it's going to be a fun time. But we got split backs this time. Vlad takes a breather. Stepping up, floats it downfield. Oh, and Noel drops it. Mike Jennings put it in the perfect spot. Right over his head, and he dropped it. 3rd and 8 now. Sexton in motion. East Carolina trying not to go 3 and out. Dumps that short. Needs help. Nice blocking. And they keep it going. Kevin Moore gets a big play. Crucial conversion there for East Carolina. This rivalry is heating up, folks. This has been a big-time rivalry for many, many years here in the SFA. 2014 as we're going to enter the fourth quarter soon. Cross the 50 now. Back to the empty set. Come on, audible. Vladdy Daddy backfield. Yeah! Give it to Vlad Sexton. Hand it off. I smell a 40-yard rush. Come on, Vlad! No, he gets cooked in the backfield. Wait, he somehow turns that into 2 yards. He's elite. The best running back in the country. Vlad Sexton, folks. You like Husky Boyle? He's 6'6"? Nah. 6'11", Vlad Sexton in the backfield. So we get a handoff now to Tony Brooks. Much better runner. Runs over Sid Nash! Oh my, Tony Brooks. Just absolutely flattened the biggest hitter in the country. You could hear that collision up in the booth. Last play here of the third quarter. Free blitzer floats it! And just over the head of Vlad Sexton. And we got 1 second left. So last play here of the third quarter. This has been one heck of a game. East Carolina up 6 in the red zone. Jennings over the middle and it's tipped away. So as we head to the fourth quarter, folks, anybody's ball game. East Carolina, though, knocking on the door, trying to make this back to a 2-score. Third and 10, we flip sides. First play of the fourth quarter now, 3rd and 10. East Carolina trying to add a touchdown, and that's going to be a catch, but he had to come back for it. Lack of power hurts ECU there, and they're kicking the field goal. So they bring out the field goal unit, 4th and 1 to make this back to a 2-score game. Left hash, the kick, and it's good. 3 of 4 on the day, but hits that one. So back to 9 points. That's a critical conversion there. East Carolina now can just play the clock game, as it's been just a massive difference. ECU's controlling the clock. So need some big plays here for UNC. They woke up on that last drive. Let's see if they can do it again. Start handing the ball off to Brock Thunderbird, and he gets another nice carry here. Stays on his feet. Gets 11. Thunderbird's had a big second half here. Let me know if any of your guys' game day predictions for scores are close. Thunderbird tries to get to the outside, and he is wrapped up. Typically don't want to have to try and run to the edges against this defense. They just too good, too fast. 2nd and 12. See if they can find J.R. Mullins. We haven't called his name much in the second half. Nice cut up field by Brock, but brought down by Quinn Travers. So 3rd and 4 now here for North Carolina. 3 of 8 on 3rd down. UNC desperate here. 4 down territory, down by 2 scores. Gonna audible into the pistol. It's Garrett. Corner blitz. They pick it up. Yam it deep. He's open! Down the sideline. J.R. Mullins, number 2. ECU gets caught with their fingers in the cookie jar. And UNC's back in it. Oh boy, we got a game, folks. Caught on the corner blitz. Brock Thunderbird goes cross the formation to pick it up. And we are back. The smallest lead for ECU since they scored the opening touchdown. 23-21 here, folks. It's going to be a great finish. North Carolina not going away. And you got to think for East Carolina, they can't finish some of these drives. Field goals don't win ball games, folks. They have 3 field goals here. So 1st and 10 for ECU. 7.5 minutes left. Got to try and get a touchdown to push this back to 2 scores. And you got to wonder if UNC might have made a mistake not going for 2 there. Because going down by 2 right now, or going down by 1, would make sure even if they scored, it wouldn't go down back 2 possessions, right? So interesting call. As over the middle and stretches for the first. Nice play there. Remember, East Carolina might start trying to run the clock as well. We're at that point where teams might start running this play clock all the way down, shorten the game. Not going to start here as we hand it off to Tony Brooks, and he gets cooked in the backfield. Jake Ramsey, we haven't called his name much today because that's his first fucking tackle. The transfer from Florida. J.R. Mullins making much more of an impact than he is. 2nd and 10 now. Floats this one. It's Jennings. Open man. 1st down. And who else but Ryan DeBose, the SFA player. Unbelievable pitch and catch right there. Yes, sir. We've got a bowl game. 23-21. UNC not going down without a fight. They're number 1 for a reason. Triple option. Gets it out to Brooks. He's pushing. And he somehow stretches that to a 7-yard rush. This man is having a breakout day. 20 rushes, 151, and a touchdown. If you didn't know the name Tony Brooks, you know it now. As they're stacking the line here. Pistol. Watch the yam. Quick throw here to Cedric Knoll. Beautiful blocking. But they don't get the first. Needed a broken tackle there. Couldn't quite get it. If he would have shaken that tackle, that could have been a touchdown. 3rd and 1. Chance for UNC. Going big nasties on both sides. They're going to throw it. Oh no, this is not going to be good. Jennings, are you going to take off? What is Jennings doing? He's sacked! Nobody open downfield. I don't even know if anybody else went out for a route besides the fullback. Just a blunderous play call there for East Carolina. And they're, oh my God, 52 yards! We're bringing out the field goal kicker, trying to make this a 5-point game from right hash. His 4th field goal of the day. They're going to run the clock down. Unbelievable play call here from the ECU coach. 52 yards from right hash to take a 5-point lead. Will this big-time risk work out? The kick is up, and it is good! Bang! East Carolina back to a 5-point lead. And you got to think, man, settling for field goals doesn't win you games, but I don't know, man. That was a big one. He's 4 of 5 on the day. Definitely player of the game-esque. But we've got a return here. He finds the corner! Oh! Oh, we got flags. They definitely clipped Vladdy Daddy. You saw it.
Receiving team.
Yeah, Jameson Lacosta clipping Vladdy Daddy.
Still first down.
So they're going to have to go back, walk back inside the 20. All right, 82 yards away here for UNC from taking the lead. 4.5 minutes left. Throwing it deep, and it's intercepted. Oh! Quindarius Durr dropped it. It would have been the second of the day. And he might have been in the end zone right now celebrating. He gives UNC a chance. As they throw this one away. Oh, what a drop. What a drop. I'm sick as an ECU fan. I'm sick. 3rd and 10 now. UNC, can they make a comeback here? Over the middle. It's a first down! Darren Ware, his first catch of the ball game is a massive one. Armani Campbell's been locking him down tight today. Not there. 1st and 10, 4 minutes left for number 1. Can they make the comeback? And that's a sack! Garrett can't escape. It's Lloyd. We've got a ball game, folks. This has been a fantastic ball game. UNC desperate to beat East Carolina. VCU can hang on and be the 3rd in the row over the Tar Heels. As over the middle, it's caught. Jameson Lacosta breaks the tackle. He gets a block! Jameson Lacosta! The SFA tight end inside the 10. 69 on your dome. An unbelievable play springs UNC. That play looked like it was going absolutely nowhere. And Jameson Lacosta catches it, breaks a tackle, gets 2 incredible blocks. Holy shit. We got a 1st and goal. Saeed Champagne saves the lead for now. Folks, get your mama, get your brother, get your friends. This is a massive game that's going to shape the CFP as they are racing to the line. Division lead on the line. 3 minutes left. UNC, quick throw. It's a mid-screen brought down by Quinn Travers and Saeed Champagne. Nothing doing. Oh my God, what is even happening, folks? I can't believe my eyes. The only SFA player that Sir Laxus Brio has actually recruited makes the biggest play. That's hilarious. 2nd and goal from the 8. Quick option. Nothing doing! The veteran, the Coloradan, Blake Womack makes the play. 3rd and goal. Definitely 4-down territory here for UNC. They're out empty at the 10. Greenville is rocking. Garrett over the middle. Open man! It's Juan Cox on your dome. Gives UNC the lead. Nobody covered the middle. Right where A.J. Flanagan would have been if he didn't break his vertebrae a couple of weeks ago. And they're going for 2 to try to make it a 2-point lead, or a 3-point lead. Garrett keeps it up the gut, touch, he converts. Oh my God, what is happening? What a game. East Carolina was up by as many as 13. And UNC has stormed back to make it 29-26. They're taking this out of the end zone. And he's up the sideline. Oh, Easton Kuntz has a nice return. He's still going. Folks, this game, man. This game. What do we have here? What do we have in store, man? East Carolina's dominated this game. but they keep settling for field goals. They're 4 of 5 on field goal range. They should be dominating, but UNC, man, they've been so tough. The bend but don't break defense. And how is this young core of the East Carolina Pirates going to respond? Vlad Sexton, top of your screen. First time this team has trailed all day long. Over the middle, catches it. That's Kevin Moore working on Sid Nash. Big chance for young quarterback Mike Jennings. He's had a great day today. Unbelievable game we've got brewing in Greenville. We've had some greats over the year, but this one might take the cake, especially in this rivalry. 2 minutes left inside the 40. Already fringe field goal range. He already hit a 52-yarder. Oh, Tony Brooks turns the corner. Tony Brooks feeling like Vanilla Vic, feeling like a house call any day of the week. They're inside the red zone in 2 plays. East Carolina is not messing around today, folks. Jennings to the outside, and it's caught by Knoll. This game very well could come down to who has the ball last. Jennings inside the 10. 2nd and 3. Man in motion, that's Kevin Moore. They hand it off to him. They got room. Oh, what a play from the edge rusher. If he doesn't make that, it's a touchdown. 3rd and 4. To keep the tie on the line. To force the field goal. 3rd and 4, handoff to Tony Brooks up the gut. That's a first down. Sid Nash saves the touchdown. Got to think, though. Do you just let him score to save the time? No timeouts left here for UNC. 1st and goal for East Carolina. Touchdown gives them a lead. Jennings. He's running a clock now. Veteran move here from East Carolina. First and goal. Definitely feels like UNC has to let him score here. Jennings going to throw it. Oh, to the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan DeBose. The SFA player gives them the lead back. What a response from East Carolina. Minute 18 now for UNC. They have to do it again. 33-29. An unbelievable game so far. Who you got, folks? Number 1 on the ropes. The kick is deep. It is returnable. And a beautiful tackle there, Vladdy Daddy, man. Gets inside the 20. So minute 14, no timeouts. Down by 4. They have to get a touchdown. Like I just said, very well could be last team that has the ball wins this game. UNC. Number 1 on the line. Heisman moment for Josh Garrett. Oh, it's almost intercepted by Charles Spencer. Knocks it away from Jameson LaCosta. It's been a fantastic game day in the pistol now. Who's going to make the play that decides this game? Thunderbird, he breaks through 2. Oh, and he stumbles out of bounds. If he could have stayed in bounds, man. 3rd and 1 now here for UNC. Thank God I don't coach anymore. I'd be in shambles right now. Split backs. Josh Garrett. Quick option. He doesn't get it. It's Blake Womack, the Coloradan. They got to hurry to the line. It's 4th down. Game on the line. It's a snap. Garrett over the middle. And he's short. ECU's going to do it again. They're going to knock off number 1. They're going to take them out. Their 3rd straight win over North Carolina. Unbelievable game. This game has been an absolute classic. East Carolina with the upset of the season for them. And as we hit 000 in Greenville, East Carolina has done it. The defending champions have knocked off number 1. Nobody gave them a chance. They've stumbled twice this season with the young core, but they still have veteran experience. They still have championship aura, and they defend home field and win for the 3rd straight time against North Carolina. They beat them last year in the regular season, 17-14 on the road. They won in the playoff, and now they win here. And now East Carolina leads the division along with Georgia Tech. What a win here, folks. And we are down to 3 undefeated teams left as we have 4 weeks left here in the regular season. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in Week 11. What a game. What a finish. Zerlaxis Brio, I'm so sorry. What a crazy game, man. East Carolina dominated for, I would say, 3 quarters. And then UNC just lit them up. This play by Jamison LaCosta was absolutely incredible. I totally thought UNC had him. But then East Carolina, the young guns, put together an incredible drive at the end. And proved to everybody that this young core is still here to compete. Yeah, sure, they're not as good as the probably a historical great team of the Season 14 ECU team with Tavarius Trace, Vlad Sexton, Vanilla Vic, but they still are able to compete, and they did. So let's see how this game turned out here. As always, it was ECU 14-0. Big drive from Mullins here. And then, obviously, the kick before halftime. But then East Carolina kind of got into a tough position, kicking 3 straight times. And then they finally broke into the end zone after that they had already relinquished the lead here to UNC. Unbelievable. The home field works. ECU actually covers in this scenario here. As Mike Jennings, 28-36, 282, 2 touchdowns. An incredible game here. His first career game day. Tony Brooks, 22 attempts, 178 on the ground. Big-time debut for him as well. Ryan DeVos, the SFA player, absolute breakout game. On defense, Charles Spencer, Bain, a lot of TFLs. Blake Womack was incredible for this team, as they also had a ton of sacks. They got through 5 different times. The interception from Quindarius Durr, he almost had a second, which almost ruined the game for them as he dropped it, led to a touchdown. Armani Campbell had a chance at one as well, no fumbles. And then for UNC, they continue to struggle with ECU, 19-27, 287, 3 touchdowns. And I really hope that if it's leading this way again, another ECU-UNC matchup in the playoff would be absolutely electric. Maybe this time at Chapel Hill, we'll have to see. But 57 yards, Brock Thunderbird just not doing much on the ground till the 4th quarter. J.R. Mullins, the transfer from Florida, has been incredible. Shout out to Kalispell, Montana there. Muffy Breastfeeder won Pancake. Sid Nash obviously led this team in tackles. You could have bet his weight in butter that he, I don't know why I said butter, but that he would hit 11 tackles. A lot of TFLs, a lot of sacks. This defense was great. They didn't get the critical turnover, though, so that might be what ended up being the difference, the extra possessions. And East Carolina even missed a field goal here, so all the chances in the world for both teams, but ECU comes out on top. So let's check out the players of the game. And now, as always, guys, VODs of these games will be available later tonight. I am going to post the recap of these games as well right away. We've got recruits coming later tonight. We've got BearCave standings. And then go check out Watch Party if you haven't, between Miami and San Diego State. That game came down to the wire today. Very last play, in fact, much like this game. So check that one out. That was a very fun game for sure. And then highlights from this game day will be available tomorrow. So as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, supporting the stream in any way that you can. It's greatly appreciated. We'll see you guys later. Peace. This was a great one.